The signal then goes into the nucleus and is involved with selecting the genes to make those necessary proteins. Well, all of a sudden, the whole idea of a gene-focused biology shifts over to the membrane. And it starts to recognize that the membrane is the controlling factor of the cell. And so the significance of that is that there's two new sciences, actually one new field of science with two subdivisions. It's called signal transduction. And instead of focusing on the genes now, we're looking at what about those signals that are controlling things? Signal transduction means the science of how signals are translated into biology. Well, those signals affect the proteins of the cell and affect the behavior. But some of those signals go into the nucleus and are involved with affecting the genes. So a part of signal transduction where the signals affect heredity is a new science called epigenetics. And the significance of epigenetics, it is a revolution that changes the world. It is the most important revolutionary discovery in biology, tantamount to the finding of quantum physics as opposed to classical Newtonian physics in the world of physics. Epigenetics is a game changer. It changes everything we know for this reason. Epi means above. When I say skin in the Latin terms, it's called epidermis. What does that mean? The layer above the dermis. So when I say epigenetics, what does that mean? I say, well, wait, what have you been programmed with? Genetic control. Control by genes. I say, what's the new science? It's called epigenetic control. I say, what the heck does that mean? I go, control above the genes. And all of a sudden you start to realize this, the control wasn't in the genes ever at all. It was above the genes, and it comes from the environment. And it turns out that the skin of the cell, which is translating the environmental signals, is the brain of the cell, and that's why we call it the membrane of the cell. And cells are miniature people. So a lot of people say, well, if cells are miniature people, then are you telling me, Bruce, that my nervous system is connected to my skin, my membrane? The answer is absolutely. If you took embryology, you would know that, because the nervous system is derived from one of the germ layers in the fertilized egg called the ectoderm. And there's only two structures that come from ectoderm: skin and nervous system. So you and the cell are exactly the same. So a cell is a miniature human. And then when you have signals hit your surface, your skin picks up the information, translates it via the nervous system, and controls your biology.